of the evening. And this is also a national middleweight championship over 12 rounds between Michael DARKU and ABUBAKAR. So we are waiting for the boxes. Michael DARKU, ABUBAKAR. Roger Pano, the referee, please join us. Time is running out. Boxes are coming. Roger Pano, the man in the center, is already here. So we are waiting for the boxes. Now, let's have some officials from the Ghana Boxing Authority. Shall we have Mr. Michael Tete, the GBA president? Can we have Ni Ashalaja, Ni Akono the Fourth? Would you want to come over? Okay, he says that he'll come in later. So can we have these personalities as we go through the process? Are we done? Now, very well, before the verdict, or before the official introduction of the boxes and officials, can we have the national anthem of Ghana? So shall we please ask everybody, we crave your indulgence to stand on your feet, and then let's observe the national anthem. Let me quickly invite Neil and Van der Poel, please. Neil, today is your day. We are doing the last fight for the year, so we have to use you productively. So if we are ready, please, shall we stand on our feet to observe the national anthem of Ghana? We strategically shelve it for this very fight. So if you are ready, the national anthem of Ghana. Mubarak ABUBAKAR, switching over to the red corner. Very, very tall, intelligent boxer. And this is the man who also made his debut in 2017. So the two boxers have something in common with the weight of 159.6 pounds, and with the official records. No record is making his debut. And this is the man with 3 fights, 2 wins, and 1 defeat. Presenting to you the boxer, Michael DARKU. Thank you very much. So now the referee is Roger Pano. So the national anthem, I think that it will come after the fight because there is some technical hitches. So gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. It's time for us to set the punches rolling. And to your information, the referee in charge of this fight, he's celebrating his birthday today. Shall we put our hands together for referee Roger Pano? Today is his birthday, and he's the man in charge of this fight.
Good evening, guys. We're doing 12-3 for the National Middleweight Championship. Obeyman combined to defend ourselves in a quarter. Good luck.
So the official introductions are over and we are ready to roll for the National Interim Middleweight championship title. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds. So Michael DARKU takes on ABUBAKAR. ABUBAKAR looks hale and hearty, quite ready to do the battle for honor. He's the shorter boxers. So here we go with round one. Battle for the national middleweight title. Michael DARKU has the height and the reach, but it looks like Mubarak has the power. Well built, and also one of the boxers from the Zongo as well. Trying to open up early, Mubarak. Michael DARKU. He's in for a fight. And this is for the national middleweight title. Mubarak's structure and physique, I'm not too sure whether he's picking up a lesson or two in terms of those who learned the art of fisticuffs, especially on the streets of Accra. And I'm talking about the likes of Samir, what's the name? Basti Samir. He's got the same attitude. They come out explosive and they have a lot of power in both fists.
The ones who actually work within the aggregation conference. They actually work there, and then they tend to learn the act of boxing through the gyms that are around. And if you watch, Ghana had a middleweight boxer in the person of James Tony. He also came through the same ranks, and that is who Mubarak is showcasing. This is not the first time I've watched him round. He's very explosive in the first round. He wears you down in the second. By third and fourth, he wipes you out. And that is who he is. But I haven't seen Michael DARKU very, very critically. So I cannot actually make any mentions about him. But with Haruna, he is somebody who has been he has seen the act. And he comes in the first round, sizes you up with explosive boxing. Second round, he sizes you up. By the third and fourth, he wipes you out. Let's see what comes out of it. Immediately the first round goes, and then the second round comes out.
And obviously he starts round one as the predator. Talking about Mubarak ABUBAKAR. 5 bouts he's had. All have gone as a win for him. 5 bouts, 5 wins. And so obviously he's made of steel. End of the first round. And again, Jude, the explosive nature in terms of Mubarak is there. But can his opponent, talking about DARKU, cover up with his height and reach?
Well, he's been very intelligent. I mean, look at his movement. Yes, of course, you see Mubarak coming in with the power.
Yes.
I mean, he loves to trade power punches. But if you stand for him to throw that punches at you toe to toe, here you see him going for those ferocious punches again. But look at DARKU, very resilient, very quick on the turn. Can throw also some wonderful punches in there. But it has been his movement and his intelligence in the ring. He knows he needs to survive with those movements. Other than that, like Cecil said, Mubarak will wear you down. And whenever he catches you with those ferocious punches, you're in trouble.
Into round 2 we go. This bout is scheduled for 12 and it's for the national interim middleweight title.
I think, Prince, you're looking at 2 boxers who obviously are very crafty. One is more versatile in the ring in terms of his movements. The other one, the taller chap, is the ring tactician, because he knows he may not be able to match him for power. He needs to go in for the jab. Will his opponent, however, allow him to use that ring craft to get the better of him? I doubt it. It's unlikely Michael Dark will be able to take out Mubarak unless he outboxes him first and slows him down.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Darku obviously would be the tactician in this regard, because Mubarak is coming into this bout with a lot of steel, and obviously will be relying on his strength, his punch. Obviously not the finesse that one could have. Michael Darku using the jab to keep his opponent at bay. And he's thrown a few wild punches, Mubarak. That's a good one. Goes out of trouble, and then the punches would follow in that regard. Can't follow up that well. Yes, that's a warning for Michael Darku. Yes, that's a lovely punch. But Mubarak using a lot of energy, bubbling around and throwing wild punches. Wondering if he will not run out of steam. Michael Darku still using the jabs to advantage.
Punches and nearly catching Michael Darku. Darku needs to be very, very vigilant, needs to be very, very intelligent in the way he moves around, the ring. Other than that, Mubarak will just catch him with one of the left hooks and he will be on the canvas.
Well, I think that Mubarak should be careful enough so he doesn't run out of...
Mubarak is showing why he is in here for this particular title.
Let's see what happens in round 3. Lots of feedback coming from social media. They believe that Mubarak ABUBAKAR will end the fight pretty early. Oh, let's see how Michael Darku will react to that. And again, he's using those long jabs of his to keep Mubarak at bay.
And that's what Michael Darku needs to do. Because you have the longer reach, you go in with the jab and try to get the openings before you throw a punch. Other than that, if you want to stand toe-to-toe with somebody who has a better power punch than you, he might catch you with one of the punches and there you will be on the canvas.
Well, that was a big punch from Mubarak. Darku goes down. He will get a no count for that. That was judged to be a slip.
But you see, I've always spoken about the intelligence of Michael Darku, and he needs to make sure he's on top of his game. The game plan is working to perfection until he started to throw punch after punch, standing toe-to-toe with Mubarak, who has a better power punch than you.
It's just a third round of a bout scheduled for 12. This has the national interim middleweight title at stake. Darku goes in for the clinch. But Mubarak will come forward. That's a big one. Works on the body, Mubarak. And then there's a clinch by Dodu.
There you see those power shots straight to the body. And he knows that is what is wearing, Michael DARKU down. And DARKU needs to be focused. And his movement has been very slow in this particular round.
A lot of energy being exerted by Mubarak. Of course, most of the punches aimed for the body have missed. He throws another one and misses. Works on the body now of Michael DARKU. That's a shot from DARKU and another one. The explosive nature with which Mubarak started the bout has actually slowed down. I think that he's exerted a lot of energy, a few jabs to the face, scoring some marks there for DARKU.
Very bad. But if he goes technically and knows how to punch with the target, he will get his target and then he might end the bout maybe by earliest round, before 6th round, he will have ended the fight.
Well, let's see how it goes. This is the 4th round. It's scheduled for 12. And this fight has the national interim middleweight title at stake. It's DARKU's jabbing that would keep him at arm's length from the speed of Mubarak. And I agree with Cecil on that score. That hand speed is rather wearing him down, throwing a lot of blows into empty air. A couple of solid punches there by DARKU, trying to break the guard of Mubarak. Good body shots.
And look at the jab. He's using the jab to his advantage very well. And that is what is pushing Mubarak way away from his reach. Look, you need to keep doing that. Keep moving, keep putting the jabs in between to get those shots around. He cannot go for the power punch because he doesn't have that so much power. Unlike Mubarak, who can go for the kill with one punch.
Well, he tries 2 uppercuts, succeeded with 1. Keeps working on the face of Mubarak. Timeout, says the referee Roger Bano.
So far, it has been a good rally from Michael DARKU. With those jabs, with those movements, he's been back in the game and it's looking quite good for him in this round. Mubarak losing focus and momentum a little bit. His body posture tells me he's getting tired and he needs to be focused. He's not throwing those punches anymore. And Michael DARKU is having a field day coming back into the bar with those jabs.
Gradually inching towards the end of the 4th round. 12 rounds of boxing for the national interim middleweight title. Mubarak tries a few body shots. Works on DARKU. He needs to clinch. Not too successful with that. Trying to be faster than the referee.
And amazingly, Roger Bano, in the middle of the bout, trying to keep, the calmness in this bout, took a punch.
That is a weak points. He needs
Round
very tough
5.
in a fight.
It's round 5. It's scheduled for 12. There's a title at stake in this. So both boxers would want to outdo each other. Michael Dodu, the taller of the two, using the jab to advantage and the reach. Mubarak is coming in with a lot of the speed, the power, and the body shots. Misses completely on that occasion. And Nidaku keeping him at bay with the left jab.
I think Prince Mubarak has to be wary of the fact that it's a boxing, bout. So if he's trying to go for the knockout round after round, we're in round 5 now, it doesn't seem to be working. He may have to think about, getting some points. His opponent is trying to build up the points, and so far he survived some hefty punches. Well, maybe I've spoken too soon, but this looks like another assault by Mubarak to end the fight, and is really giving him some hot shots there to the body and face.
Well, I think, if you ask me, there's one thing Mubarak knows how to do and knows how to do very well. He's got the hand speed, he's got the power, he's physically built when you take a look at the two, and so he wants to use that to his advantage. But Jude made a point, which again I do believe, that it's the jab and the reach that is keeping Michael still in this fight. If he goes in for the trading of the punch rolls and the in-house fighting, he's doomed. So again, the jab working to perfection, but losing a lot of the points through empty jabs. So far, so good for Mubarak. He's taking a few headshots as well. And the clinch would come in immediately. It's been a tough battle. It's a tough course, especially in this interim middleweight contest. Wild punches being thrown by both boxers at this stage. Both boxers will need to replenish energy.
Mubarak Obodai and Michael DARKU.
Well, can't wait for the Ghana Professional Boxing League to resume in earnest come early next year. 12 gyms have been selected to participate in the league, and it's going to be running 2 seasons, seasons 1 and 2. So obviously there'll be a lot more good and crack boxers to look out for when the professional league gets underway.
Absolutely, Prince. And it's the biggest multi-deal sign in terms of the history of Ghana boxing. And apart from unearthing talent, it also offers opportunity for managers to get involved in the craft of promotion, you know, managing boxers. And we'll get to see communities get closer to the traditional boxing communities and find out more about them and how they sustain all these boxers. It's a fantastic new development, and the investment being made by IMAX Media, millions of dollars, I think in the long run will benefit the boxing industry by huge beyond numbers and beyond figures.
Yeah, well, and that's why the more reason why we're all eager to get this league underway. Not too sure the tactic being employed here by Michael DARKU. So there will be a temporary break, so that the strapping around the glove can be fixed and fixed well.
Well, Prince, I'm not too sure if it is a tactic deployed by Michael DARKU's camp. But look, it amazes me the number of times Michael DARKU had rolled back and dominated the last MS of every round. I mean, yes, Mubarak has been aggressive. He is trading punches. He's looking like he's going for the kill. But just look at Michael DARKU. Always gets himself back in the bout with those nice punches, nice movement, and he is looking like somebody who can go all the way to the 12th round.
Now Mubarak wants to go for the kill. He has the opportunity. He's cornered. Michael DARKU separated by the referee. Goes for the head. Twice to the head, he gets him. And Mubarak is trying to finish up. Again, it's the hand speed which he's trying to employ to his advantage. And he's adding a lot of precision now. Makes a wild miss and then corners him once again. He's against the ropes.
Well, midway through the fight, and Mubarak is still looking for that wild punch to end the fight. It hasn't worked so far, and what happens inevitably midway through the round, he gets tired and he comes back again. My suspicion is that he might burn himself out and would rather make himself vulnerable to a knockdown by DARKU, who looks fitter on the ground, who looks like the boxer against the brawler.
Yeah, that's true. And I think Jude made this assessment in the very first round as well.
Just look at the rally from Michael DARKU, always trying to rally back with those nice jabs and punches to dominate the last MS of each round. But again, he has thrown everything at DARKU. And DARKU seems to survive all the ferocious drives, all the ferocious punches against him. Right from the body shot straight to the punches straight to the face. He's been taking it from Mubarak. And I'm sure Mubarak is a little bit frustrated. He will be asking questions. What else can I throw at him to get him on the canvas?
Well, Mubarak has been deducted 1 point from each of the judges after persistent warnings from Roger Bano. Tries to put DARKU in the corner. And then DARKU goes in for a clinch. Buys some time just to see himself last till the end of the round.
Round 7. He should just take his time and box. I believe Michael DARKU will never end the 12 rounds.
Round 7 is scheduled for 12. National interim title at stake. And the two boxers will have another 3 rounds to have a go at each other. Again, Mubarak stalking his opponent and trying to look for that explosive opening.
You know, Prince, Cecil, Jude, it's fascinating that these are middleweights and they're not in their prime yet. But what you've noticed about this fight is that two boxers using totally different, you know, what's the word to use? Approaches, that's right. The tactics are totally different. And so far, none has been able to overwhelm or dominate the other. It's been in patches. But here, I think stamina-wise, DARKU seems to be better conditioned. And he's trying to box. And this could help him in the end. Clearly, his opponent is tiring out. The gloves are down. He's looking to his corner. He's not as aggressive and as steaming as he used to be. And DARKU has sensed that perhaps this is his opportunity to start dominating.
Well, the energy exerted by Mubarak, without a doubt, seems to have a telling effect on him as he approaches towards the latter rounds of this championship fight. DARKU's jabs seem to be working in perfection. At least it's kept him out of trouble. And it's prevented Mubarak from getting into a brawl with him. Couple of punches to the head of DARKU. He still stands tall, not shaking at all. Now he puts Mubarak in the corner. Wants to trade punches with him. That, in my humble opinion, is not advisable.
Clearly, DARKU seems to have the energy. But on my scorecard, it's still Mubarak who is leading because of the power punches he has landed on the face of DARKU. And that's, for me, that's the most important thing here.
End of round 7.
Looking for a TKO with a very big punch. And Michael must be careful with his movement. Other than that, he'll go straight on the canvas.
Well, both boxers have not given any indication of visiting the canvas, at least not at this stage. As we get, or we inch closer and closer. We are in round 8. This is scheduled for 12. And I think the two boxers have given a good account of themselves so far. Good shot to the head from Mubarak. Wild miss by DARKU. Pressure now being mounted by DARKU. That's the big one. DARKU has been hit by a bomb and he's at the receiving end. He can't take it no more.
Well, I told you, Prince. I told you. I mean, he's just looking for the killer punch. That ferocious drive that will end the game, and he's gotten it.
widely clever and stronger opponents, he may not allow him to do this. But clearly, Darku out of gas.
Mr. Allen of Dawn Promotions,
So you see,
Honorable Nancy Van der Poel,
what I was just telling you,
TBA President,
the moment Michael does
Alhaji Tawfiq,
a straight punch
Mr.
from
Michael Tete
Mubarak will end the
to
bout.
join us
And
in
that
the ring,
round
and then the man
he
from
was just
ABUBAKAR
stopped.
join us in the ring for the current moments.
The crack boxer Mubarak is. He took punishment with jabs from Michael Darko, and he gave him what he needed all this while. He should have psyched Michael up from the first to the fourth round, and he could have ended this bout by the feet. But look at that. It's just a straight punch. It just took him unawares. And it was
So we are raising up
Roger Barno just went in very, very
for the
well.
main event of the evening, the very final bout of the evening after the verdicts is the RBO Light Flyweight World Championship over 12 rounds. Now we have the verdicts. Honorable Nancy is here. Very well. So we now have the verdicts. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we put our hands together for the two boxers, please? Thank you. Now we have the verdicts for the National Middleweight Championship over 12 rounds. The fight ends in round 8, 1 minute, 6 seconds. The winner by a technical knockout is the boxer. Now, what we can say is the new National Middleweight Champion, the boxer, ABUBAKAR. Now, the winner is going to fight a mandatory fight against Obudasai. So, Obudasai next year is there for the waiting. So, congratulations, Mubarak. He is the new national champion. Congratulations to him. He has done a great job. Congratulations. Thank you. And thank you very much. Thank you. Mubarak, thank you very much. Mubarak, Tete, Lafi Alamos. Can I soak out any? Kai tree. Evan is saying now, Mamma say what prepa. Oh, my brain, yes, my brain. Mamma say bedroom baby no be so say Oyabo. There be won't say boxing me there 13. Experience will come. It's I would. Oh, who's there? I would. Oh, I'm in the barn. So, Obudasai is fighting you next year. Are you ready for Obudasai? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight anybody. Okay, oh, very well. Into what is message you have for your fans in Hausa? Charlie, now get a poor. Now get a young son go to God. Kungo Ramuna Soya, Gaskia, Mungani. Allah is out for a kid. Allah is out for a guy, Salman. Now, Mr. President Godia. People see a man and a touching Fatinga. It's an about Godia. Thank you very much. So that was Mubarak. He's thanking the president for giving him the opportunity to fight for a title fight. So, I think it's okay. Minibar.
Boxing, anything can happen. But in Kaleno first time, in deserve work as an she in boxing or Anya.
Obano Kalano another time.
I can Kalano 1,000 times.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, it's a gallant loser. So now we're just about to introduce the last bout of the evening.